Hi, I'm Sue.
I'm Julia.
And welcome to Sticks and Stones Podcast. On today, episode 39, we will be seeing what the ladies have been working on so hard since our summer break. And also, we're going to use washi tape, glass, and leaves to make fun art for your window. Join us. Welcome back! We're back.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We've been busy.
Yeah, what have you been up to since we recorded last?
I couldn't even tell you.
For the month of September.
For the month of September. Getting ready and back in the swing of school.
Yeah.
Which has been really hard this year.
It has been.
The kids are adjusting great. I am not.
Yeah, me either. It's been, the mornings are too early and it's, I don't know, there's just a lot of new stuff for some reason. Yeah. And I can't show you, but I have a robo knee, so I've been going to physical therapy.
She
And
does the robot
I
dance,
do.
all the time.
I'm becoming a transformer. Not really. No, so yeah, that's been taking up a lot of time.
Yes, that
lately.
takes up a lot of time. I've been trying to get back into the habit of working more often during the week and create stuff. So I did. I made some new bracelets.
Ooh, you jumped right in. Nice.
Yeah, some bangles.
Pretty. Yeah, because you're working two jobs now, not just your business, but also like a JOB job.
Yeah, a JOB job.
That's what when I used to sell Mary Kay, that we would have our career with Mary Kay, and then the other thing you did full time was your JOB. Because Mary Kay, I'm sure there's some of you out there that sell it, but in my little group, whatever it was, she always put Mary Kay first.
Okay.
So we were encouraged to move up that ladder instead of the standard ladder. So now I'm like, I'd rather be crafting. So
Right.
anything else would be a JOB.
That's right. It is. It's fun.
But these are beautiful.
Yeah. So I did an event. I just started having my stuff in a gallery in Schuylkill Haven called the Arts Barn, and they had a fall festival. So I needed to make. So I made these.
Is the red one dyed?
It is dyed horsehair.
Okay.
There's not too many horses that are that color.
I didn't think so.
Which is fun, actually. It's something different and fun. So I'm becoming more colorful as I get older, or maybe as I get wiser. I'm not getting older.
Oh.
So I made those, and then I made some new. Oops. I made some new porcupine quill earrings.
Oh, fun.
I'm loving these.
Yeah, the color's really pretty.
I haven't made them in a long time, but these are made with porcupine quills. It's one of the crafts that I do is porcupine quill work. I'm teaching a class at the Arts Barn in November, and I haven't made these in a while, so I was experimenting with different beads and
those your
colors.
beads?
No, they're not.
No.
They're not. They're actually glass key beads.
Oh, okay.
But they do. They look sort of like some of the polymer clay.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that using my own beads. That's crazy.
So are the quills hollow?
They're not hollow. It's like foam core inside.
Oh,
and so you can
interesting.
stick a needle through. Porcupine quills are made of the same thing as your fingernails.
Okay.
So just like when you get your fingernails wet, they're pliable.
Okay.
Same thing with porcupine quills, and then they harden up when they dry back out.
So you could bend them even if you wanted to.
They can actually. I'm teaching a class. Something going on over there. I'm teaching a class on making a medicine wheel at the Arts Barn, and this is porcupine quills that have been wrapped around a form.
Oh, and they're flat now.
They're flat.
That's cool.
And these are dyed. The purple and the yellow are dyed, but it's wrapped around a rawhide form, and it's a Native American talisman. It's sort of like a rabbit's foot or something.
Pennsylvania Dutch hex sign kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
except it's Native American.
Right.
So they originated, the medicine wheel originated a lot with the Sioux. There's different tribes that practice it, and it's something that was adopted by a lot of tribes.
Okay.
So different colors mean different things in different directions depending what your nation is.
Nice.
So little history lesson there for you.
That's cool. I used to really be interested in Indian folklore. My Girl Scout camp as a kid was all Kachinas and Zunis and Hopis and all that, and it was neat. But I've gotten away from it, so it's cool to see that.
So yeah, this is interesting. It's a very old art. It's considered one of the first American arts.
Okay.
Porcupine quill work, because at that time people used whatever they had.
Mm-hmm.
And porcupines were one of them, and so they would collect the quills. The women would dye them with plants. They would put them in their mouths to soften them and pull them through their teeth to flatten them. And then they would embroider them onto leather, or they would wrap them around things.
Wow.
But
That's going to take a lot of medical knowledge to know what dyes are not toxic then, too.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you know, you try it and see what happens. I hadn't really thought about that ever.
But I'm sure they had, like, their base, like, they knew what was going to be okay to work with and what wouldn't.
That's why they were like, hey, why don't you try this?
Yeah.
That's smart people. So, anyway. Yeah, so when Europeans came with glass beads, they would trade with them for furs. And that's what some tribes transitioned their quill work designs into beadwork. And so that's why we think of beadwork when we think of Native American people. So,
very cool.
Anyway, that's your history lesson for today.
A very good one at that.
So I also made new cards for my earrings.
Nice.
Trying to get a little brighter.
Yeah.
It used to just be this brown color. It's hard because my stuff is brown, so and black and white. So I made new cards. I made a necklace to match my earrings.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Finally, I've had the supplies for probably a year and a half, and finally got to it this weekend when I was away with friends.
Nice.
And I was been working on this, which is a jewelry stand for, bracelets.
Cool.
And it was white leather, and I didn't really like it. So of course I picked a pattern, so you have to match everything.
Oh.
And I spray adhesive. Use spray adhesive, but it's still sticky, and I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm going to drop everything today.
I'll just put it on.
But there you go. But anyway, I still like it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
It makes things pop, and
yeah, the browns, the neutrals show up against it nicely.
yeah, so it's kind of cool. And then my greatest work of the summer, actually my worst work of the summer. So remember you were giving me a hard time about knitting while I was...
And a few people did say...
I did knit. I had no idea what I was doing. And so this was that knit along we started, 2 years ago? And I had knitted this much. Or maybe that much. I don't know.
Yeah, not much.
So I was knitting, and I was in the car, and I had no instructions. So I couldn't access our website to remember. So I was just doing stuff with the needles, trying to reteach myself how to do it. I think I've totally messed it up, and look at that.
There's one little section, but the rest of it actually looks
oh my
pretty
gosh,
good.
I ripped it out so many times. And finally I was like, I can't do this anymore. I just need to go to a class with Julia.
There you go.
I need a private tutor, really.
I will do that for you.
I think
she did well. Check it out.
But I didn't know what I was doing, and I kept thinking I would spend an hour I was like, I think I'm doing this wrong, and I'd put everything on this needle, and then I'd try, and I'd be like, I don't think I'm doing it right, and then I'd put it back on the other needle.
Considering you say you didn't know what you were doing, you did remarkable.
I don't know. It's not looking too good. I don't know. See, because do I have it on the wrong needle?
No, you don't. You're fine. It's all your
and then I'd start knitting, and I'd be like, oh wait, I think I've just been purling that whole time because it doesn't look like the row before. So then I'd rip it all out.
No, you did very well. I am impressed considering how long it's been and that you didn't have any instructions. That's great.
Well,
congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you. One day I'll have a washcloth and I'll have to frame it.
That's awesome.
I won't actually be able to use it because it'll be my piece de resistance.
Beautiful. You can put it in one of those embroidery hoops. I've seen people do swatches in there, and they're really beautiful.
Are they? Yeah. People will be like, "Why do you have a washcloth on your wall?" Except I have to fix this. This I think is gonna come out.
Yeah, that one will.
Sorry, I'll just take a needle and thread and
sew it in. Tuck it down.
I'll put a patch there.
I'm impressed. I really am.
I'm so
proud.
Oh, thank you. But that's not right.
No.
I'd be like,
you can fix it.
That's not right. That's not right. Where are the legs? Are they supposed to be in the front or the back? Are they supposed to come this way or that way? So
very good.
Someday.
I'm impressed.
I highly recommend having some sort of instruction instead of just traveling through the Midwest trying to figure it out yourself. It was sort of like an epic journey, like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
There's all the good vibes coming through the atmosphere here.
That's right.
Sue, you can knit. You can do it. I'm impressed.
Well,
that's
thank
very good.
you.
That's very good.
That might be all I can knit this year.
Don't stop now.
I'm done. Till 2015.
Became this close to getting Sue to come to Rhinebeck.
I know, it was so
We had
close, but
plans, but it didn't work out. So I will be there. I'll be at Rhinebeck. It's in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it'll be
So
fun.
yeah. So you guys can look for me there.
Yeah, what have you been working on? Anything you're gonna show off?
Yeah. Actually, well, I'll start with my Rhinebeck sweater. So this is what I'm going to wear there. Though I'm going to have to layer it because it's short sleeves with lots of different things underneath it and probably a scarf on top because mornings are going to be cold. But this is called Myrna, and it was supposed to be a little tiny, like, cropped sweater, which I don't carry off well because it just makes me look like I'm all chest. So I lengthened it by that's my mistake. I lengthened it by that much because there's no eyelets there.
But I think it still looks,
Yeah.
I like it without the eyelets. I think it looks cool. It looks like it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, and I'm glad it does look like that, but that's where I modified it. So that's how long it would be if I had done it right. It would have ended here.
Oh my goodness,
So-
that's really short.
Yeah, and then there would have been a rib below it. But in any case, it's about hip length on me now. And I made the sleeves a little bit wider than they were so that I could wear a long sleeve under it if I wanted to.
Nice.
So this is what I will have on probably, I don't know, whichever day is nicer, over the weekend.
So just look for a lady with a green sweater
Yeah.
that's hand knit. You're gonna be the only lady there in a green sweater that's hand knit.
I know it. And then I'll probably wear this one too. This is my, I've been working on this for a long time. This is actually a design of mine.
That is so pretty.
That I was sponsored for, which is very exciting. So I just need to get it test knit. So if any of you guys want to help to test this pattern and make sure I wrote it properly, this is it. It's called Water Dance. And
It's only about, what, like 20 of these washcloths. I can test knit it by 2020.
it is something to work towards, but I'm really excited about it.
It's really beautiful.
It turned out really a lot better than I
So you were
anticipated.
sponsored.
Yeah, the yarn was sponsored.
fun.
So I'm sure I'll have this on one day, which I'm excited
I love
about.
it. Love it.
And then the last thing that I made while off this past month. This is the boy's birthday sweater.
That is so cute.
And this year, I mean, you guys know
Love
the
it.
history of the dinosaur, shark, whatever sweater, and
Puppy.
then the puppy sweater of last year. This year, he said, "I want a blue hoodie," and I can easily do a blue hoodie.
I like that you
So.
did. Was that the pattern, or did
Yeah.
you do that yourself?
No, it was the pattern. It's done. It's called the skateboard sweater, and it's a Debbie Bliss pattern. So the little cuffs and the hood and everything are done in a contrast, and then sewed on after the fact.
I like it. It's really fun.
So it looks like a layered piece, but it's actually all stuck together.
That's fun.
So his birthday is Friday, so I'll be giving this to him then. And then my big sweater projects are done for a little bit because the next birthday, it's been requested that I make doll clothes instead of human clothes. So
Wow,
I can do
that must be like, I can make 1,000
Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna make a lot of American Girl clothing,
Oh, fun.
so that'll be fun.
So can he still fit into the puppy sweater?
Yeah.
Can he still fit into dinosaur truck?
No. Dinosaur truck
Whatever.
is too small. Yeah, that was a weird one.
Do you frame them?
I keep them in a tub, like a bin, for future use. Like someday somebody will wear it. I've only ever ripped one because I didn't do it very well. I wasn't pleased with the finished result of the sweater to begin with, and then I really liked the yarn. So I thought rather than having it sit around for 20 years, it was kind of a trendy pattern too, that I would take it out and reuse the yarn for something else. So, but everything else I've put away, all the baby sweaters, everything is tucked away till they have kids.
Fun.
So, yeah.
Or when she has the showing at MoMA, a Julia retrospective.
Oh, there we go.
And they have them all framed.
Yeah. MoMA or, I don't know what museum would be most appropriate.
There's
for-
another museum that always has designers.
Oh,
Museum
That's
of
something
Modern
to
Art,
work
and there's
towards.
another one I can't think of. That's in New York City that
get
has.
stars in my eyes.
She
So,
won't know me anymore. Who
Yeah.
are you?
You're a way better designer than I am at this point.
Really? Did you see this?
No, your specialty.
Well, that's my specialty.
Your specialty.
Sure.
This I showed you guys back at the beginning, like the last episode. This is the tank that I made. I've named it. It's called Dicandra, and it is going to be released for sale next week. It's been tested, and so go out there on Ravelry and check out this. You know, it's nice. It's a nice layering piece for the fall. And then also in the summertime with it being linen, it's really comfortable and cozy.
Fun.
So if you guys are interested in supporting a person,
an up and coming designer, so that when she is at MoMA, you can say, I have one of her early patterns.
Yeah, this will be on Ravelry. So
fun.
So I'm excited about that too. I'm putting the finishing touches on the copy, and then I got to upload it. So yeah.
So we have some things to give away?
We do. Yeah, because we did not record last month. I am doing 2 drawings for the Whip Cow, which goes through the end of the year. So there's actually going to be, I'm going to call 2 names today, one for August and one for September.
I finish my washcloth kit, am I eligible for that?
I will give you something special, Al, on your own if you finish that washcloth.
Dish soap?
No problem. Yeah. But anyway, so the prizes. They want to see the prizes, right?
Of course.
Here. Well, unfortunately, nobody did claim the lovely bag that we were trying to give away last month, so we're going to give that away again.
I don't know what bag you're talking about. There is a huge praying mantis up there. It's this big. We could stick him in here, the brown thing on the ivy. Sorry, got sidetracked by a bug.
I can't find it.
I'll show you later.
I'll look later. But the other prize we're giving away is this yarn this is the yarn that I showed you half done last time that is now completely done and plied with a commercial yarn. So,
it's so pretty.
So these are the 2 prizes that the winners of the Whip Cow for the past 2 months will get, and the first person to contact me will get their choice. So
you better be on it.
Get on it. So August's winner was number 7, which was, oh my gosh, my autocorrect changed it. It's QTYPTQ or something like that. I'm sorry, it changed it to like what would Jesus do or something. I don't know. It's got other kinds of initials here. So, but it is post number 7. So take a look on the thread, and if you are post number 7,
we can put it at the bottom.
Yes, I will put it there. I'm sorry about that. And then September's winner was number 30, who is Jay Pester. So whoever contacts me first gets to choose bag or yarn. And we'll keep going in October, November, December.
Fun.
Yeah. People are still posting every month, which
awesome.
is really nice.
That is really awesome.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's motivational to get things done. So that's all I got for now, and you've got
washi tape. We're going to do some fun things with washi. Well, one fun thing with washi tape. Yeah. Although it's inspiring me to think, oh, what else can we do with a washi tape?
Yeah.
So come on back, and we're going to do something fun. So for today's DIY, we're going to make these lovely little, I don't even know what you call them, flower hangers?
I don't know, like bride flower pictures? Kind of a, where did we see this idea? Somewhere online. Right?
And we ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julia mentioned it to me, and I happened to be cleaning out some pictures, and so all of these different picture frames, these pieces of glass, are actually from picture frames. So, you know, if you felt like you wanted to do it, and where am I going to get glass? You could go to a glass place, or you could just go to the dollar store and buy picture frames that have the same size glass, take them apart.
That's a good idea.
And that's pretty much what I did, and we cleaned them up. So you need the glass pieces, and we're using washi tape, and we might experiment a little bit with duct tape, just to see the difference between the duct tape and the washi tape.
We learned.
Scissors, sorry. Go ahead, tell us about the history of washi tape.
We learned that washi tape is actually made from paper. It's Japanese. Because I was trying to figure out why they call it washi tape. I had no idea. And what did they say? Wa was Japanese and shi was paper. So, and then it's actually, that's the paper that they make in Japan, but this is just the paper with the tape on it, which is why they're so colorful, I guess.
And it feels different than, I don't know what it feels like. They say it feels like, I guess it sort of does feel like masking tape compared to duct tape. Duct tape is much stickier, but it just has a strange, it has a plasticky feeling to it, and yeah, it is.
But
like,
you can rip it.
You can rip it. So,
whereas you can't with a lot of plastic tapes.
right.
Anyway.
So basically what we're going to do today is make these. And it's really, really simple. So, one of my flowers came out. So some of these, 2 of these I pressed quite a long time ago. So this one right here is actually the flowers from this plant right here. This beautiful, it's called a lady slipper primrose. And I love it. It makes me so happy
pretty.
and smile every time. So you can see that it lost some of its color since I made it, but it's still like, you still get the form, and this one's really yellow.
Yeah, the inside of it's really neat.
And what I did is I just took the 2 pieces of glass, I laid one out, I put the flower on, and I just kind of squashed it. If you've ever worked with flowers, you know you can kind of manipulate them to get what you're looking for as far as design goes. And then I smashed it, and then what I did next is I put rubber bands on it like this for a while so it would really flatten so that they would stay together.
Do you think you could use like a pressed flower kit to press them first?
Yeah, you could definitely press the flowers first and then put them in. You know, or press leaves. And this one was from a hydrangea.
I really like that. I think the
Yes.
little flowers press out so nicely in that.
They do, and hydrangeas are very paper thin in the first place. So what we're going to do now is just, we're going to add the washi tape to this. And so what I did is I left one rubber band on, otherwise it slides around. And really, it's very simple. The washi tape is not wide. I think most of the time it's about the width of Scotch tape. I think maybe it gets a little bit wider, but I haven't seen it this wide, as wide as duct tape. And so, pretty simple, just, you know, you can cut a piece off. And with these frames, because they're so thick, I'd use 2 pieces of tape. So one piece, when you put the 2 pieces of glass together, they become thick. And so I want a wider frame, so I put one piece on this side, and it comes around part way. Although I didn't put that straight. I want it straight. That's the hard part, is getting it so it's the same width here as it is over here. And that, I think I did a pretty good job there.
I wonder if you could use contact paper, like put the flowers on clear contact paper and then put that on a single sheet of glass and then washi tape around the edges.
That would be fun.
So that you'd have to really work on not having bubbles.
Right. That would be the hard part. Bubbles are always the problem with contact paper.
Yeah.
This leaf keeps falling out, and I want him in there. Come on, buddy, go in there. So anyway, I'm just going to trim the little pieces on the ends like that. And then I don't want it to, I mean, I suppose you could leave it like this. If you do it straight, it looks like a shadow then on the other side.
Oh, I see that.
Instead of, I was thinking about putting another piece there, but I might just leave it like that. And then you just keep doing that on all the sides.
All the way around?
All the way around. And that little leaf, it just doesn't want to stay in there. Come on, little leaf, you know you can do it.
Yeah, this is the tricky part, lying them down so that they're flat.
Yes. So here's the tricky part. It takes a lot of, this one, it's also a windy day, so that doesn't help. I don't think I would have been able to work with these hydrangea flowers on a windy day.
No. I wonder if using, no, because it'll show on the back. I was going to say using a little bit of tape to adhere it to the other side of the glass, but then that will show from the back, because one of the nice things about this is that it's almost reversible. You get a different look front to back because it's the glass on both sides.
Right, exactly.
So to put tape on the back would look a little odd. Ah! My leaves aren't working very well.
And now the wind is coming. So what I found is, yeah, if you start with that end and connect those 2 ends and then slowly press it down, a lot of times it works if you're just by yourself. Especially when you have these flowers. So you're kind of closing it like a clamshell. You line up the back, and that way when you have it flat, you can hold this down and slowly move your hand out.
I see.
And sometimes what I end up doing is is pressing it, especially this is an nasturtium, and it was real thick. And you know, in the middle here they have all that body, and I kind of smashed it down and let it sit for a while, and then I went back in and kind of rearranged the petals.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I would want to tape this right now the way it is. But you can't really let your leaves dry out too much or they'll crush when you close it.
Right.
So there's a fine line in how long to let them sit before you do your final work.
To do the hanger on this, pretty simply, and this one, I was thinking I did the hanger last, but because of this is, this tape has a pattern to it, and I would really rather have the pattern line up, because that's just how I am. I would put the hanger on before I did the side pieces.
Okay.
And so to do the hanger, it's really simple. You just take a large piece and put it on the sides. And I just kind of pull the tape up and kind of figure out how large of a hanger do I want, to about here. And come down the other side.
All right.
It's a pretty inexact science.
Yeah, perfectionists may not appreciate this project quite as much as some others.
But you add that. And then you can push it down on either side. And then in the middle, I just connected the two pieces.
All right.
Just folded it over on itself. If you felt like you needed more, because you have a bigger piece of glass, and I think you could just do this several times.
Yeah. I think you could use that, like tape a rope or a chain to it.
That would be interesting.
Maybe.
As long as the rope or the chain went down the sides, because that would actually give it another design element if you had the rope down here and the tape over top of it. Because I wouldn't tape it right here; it will probably come out. But if you have it taped all along the sides, it will probably hold. And then, you know, and then I'm going to tape these two sides.
Right.
And be finished with it.
I'm going to wait on mine to let it squish a little bit before I tape it, but I think it's going to be really neat. I can imagine with the light shining through it on the window, or even hanging it just on a wall.
Right.
There's a contrasting paint behind it.
Yeah.
It'd be really pretty.
It's pretty.
Good idea.
This is a great time of year to do this. All the falling leaves and flowers and such. So you can experiment with all different kinds of tapes, and they have every single color washi tape out there now.
Yeah.
And you can just buy them at Michael's. I got these actually at Staples. They were on sale. I think they were closing out on them because I don't know, washi tape seemed to have its moment maybe like a year ago, and of course, as usual, I'm behind the curve. So I want to move this leaf in a little bit so that my tape doesn't cover it.
I think you can probably get them online though too, right? The washi tape. I think like at Etsy might have some shops, or eBay, or who knows.
Yeah,
There's
I think
a lot of resources.
there are a lot of resources for it. It's pretty common still.
And there might even be some really interesting looking ones if you were to go to a Japanese website and get something directly from there. They might be something even more unique than what we can get here.
Yes, exactly.
So, well, very good. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah,
And we'll see you again soon. And I hope to see some of you guys at Rhinebeck
that'll be fun. Sorry I can't make it.
next
So
year.
sad.
Next year.
Next year. Next year. We're going to plan everything around it.
It's
You
a
guys gotta let
pilgrimage.
me know when it is. I really wanted to go because I thought that would be so fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care, everybody, and happy crafting.
See you later.
Bye.